Dr. Naresh Trehan now joins us. Dr. Trehan, appreciate you joining us on this broadcast, taking the time out. Two vaccines, Covishield and Covaxin, approved for emergency use in India. While it is a reason to celebrate, it is a reason for hope. But first, let's address the concerns as well at this point.
So basically, it is a reason because to actually be elated in a way, because you can now see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Absolutely.
We have been suffering from this for the last 1 year. And when the appearance of two vaccines approved after going through the rigor of scientific scrutiny means that this gives us hope that we shall be able to see the end of this virus by the end of maybe summer. Now, there is celebration, of course, is one point, but what is to be celebrated is the skills of our scientists, of our industry, which has brought it to a stage in less than 1 year where it normally would take many more years. So the point basically is that these two vaccines, especially the one, that Oxford one, has been tried in many countries. UK has already approved it. WHO has also welcomed it. Covaxin is now, for the first time, appearing on the scene since yesterday, 2 days ago, when it was sort of cleared by the expert panel, and today cleared by the DCGI. So the data, you must understand that this is done as emergency use approval. What that means is that it is to be still continued as a phase 3 trial, and it is authorized for use in people who are vulnerable. So if you take the first frontline healthcare workers who have been exposed to this life danger for the last 10 to 11 months now, they are the ones who will, and if you look at the safety that is established already and the risk that group is running on a daily basis, it far outweighs the advantage as huge in those people that they should be the frontline people who will get the vaccine, phase 1. Okay. With that, the data collection will continue. Now, there is no major adverse effect that has been reported so far in the phase 1, 2, 3 trials in these vaccines. That means that safety is established to a greater degree. Now, when it is used in millions of people, that's when you will know the actual proof that yes, over a period of so many months, over a population size of huge, and the data will continue to be collected because the DCGI said that every 2 weeks, the data must be collected and reported back to DCGI. If this process continues, the safety of it will be established progressively as we move forward. Now, today what we know is that the side effects may be local site pain, fever for 1 or 2 days, low grade, and some people have said muscle ache, some people have said headache, which is true for all vaccines. I mean, for decades we've been using vaccines. They all have the same side effects. So it's nothing unusual has been observed so far. And these trials have been, actually data has been scrutinized quite well.
Right. Can we talk a little about how, Dr. Trehan, in such a short period of time, ever since the pandemic broke, whether it is Bharat Biotech or whether it is Oxford AstraZeneca manufactured by Serum Institute of India as well, how fast they've been able to come out with these two vaccines, and here we are now at the start of 2021, beginning this year with great amount of hope thanks to them.
So, the starting process for developing a vaccine is to actually break the genetic code of the pathogen, that in this case is COVID-19, right? The Chinese decoded it. I mean, how they knew so much about it before they decoded it and shared it with the world, we don't know. But the point is that it was put out in the public or domain in January last year. So with that, the companies that have already got platforms ready for development of vaccine. Vaccine is not a new thing. There are several techniques, whether you use dead virus, whether you use RNA, whether you use DNA, or you use a vector adenovirus for it. These are the 4 main techniques that are being used today. So all of them were adapted very quickly to this virus with this protein, the code of which was already given. So that what are we doing? In one way or the other, whether it's through messenger RNA or by injecting the byproduct of the protein or the dead virus, we are actually challenging the body to develop antibodies.
Right.
So far, that methodology has been used, not the RNA one, but the other two have been used for over a long period of time, many decades. So we know the safety of it. We know that they are effective. We know that if once we have the material from which to challenge the body, we can produce it. So that's what happened. And the AI has become, see, what would take months to analyze, AI will do it for you in days. So that has all accelerated, come together. And don't forget, that a lot of work has been done by the same companies in the previous epidemics like SARS, Ebola. So this is not something that they pulled out of space. They pulled out of their scientific knowledge. So I don't think that there should be any aspersion cast or doubts cast on their ability and the genuinity of these vaccines.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.